Welcome to episode 6 of SL20B birthday vlog series, where I am going to start off in Beguile. And I found a really fun parcel called Hats Can Do That. And I'm currently wearing a gift hat right now, which is like really awesome. But I like this, and I like these little 3D puzzly. I don't know what you call them, sims. But this one's cool because from afar it looks like a cardboard city, but it's not. It looks like dominoes. You see, they're all actually 3D sculpted. There's a gift that you get. You get this pith hat, full projector hat. It shows what you're thinking. I mean, it's just really, it's cool stuff. But I like the way these puzzle pieces actually fit together, and it's a maze. We'll just do a quick flyover. There's actually quite a few hats you get as you go through the maze. See? And obviously, I like wearing the hats. I got a bunch of hats in inventory. So this is cool on a couple of scales. One, I like the immersive city parcels. That's my personal preference. But B, these little like domino tiles with the indentations, imprints are cool. And you get it's a maze. It's fun. It's cartoony. You get everything here, and you get hats. It's fun. I like this one. And this is in the corner of Beguile. Here we have an interesting parcel called Tank. An old game by Crystal Shard, Foo, and Arcane Portal. You might have heard of these people, but this is really cool because, well, not cool, but I mean for graphics. You have a wind lights, you have realistic looking cardboard. It says entrance on back of a box. You have tape holding it up. This is, what do you call it, cute? And, I mean, just look, you got the paint, they're like miniatures. Matchboxes, paint cans, painter's tape. Entrance this way. Looks like a really realistic stuffed animal. It's even got the texture. Look at that. Was that like a robot vacuum? Oh, it's a tank. See? And it's supposed to be a game as well. Besides just having a lot of fun looking at it. We go up on this book here. We set to join. You select a tank. See? And we have an experience. So we actually have a really cool game. I guess we just... Oh, look at this. And it's a group function. Oh, there's a carpeting. Oh, this is so realistic. There you go. And I guess as you go and do these things, it's really easy to control. A lot of vehicles in Second Life are very hard to control, like go-karts and whatnot. This, I have really good control. And, let me see, do you fire? There we go, and you fire. Let's go a little bit closer. Oh, I just heard it hit something. There we go. You see? This is, this is one I definitely would totally come back to, with people and actually play. I like this. I really like it, in fact. Question I have is that did I just fire into another parcel? So if you have 4 people playing, I wonder what type of mess it causes. There we go. That's just a lot of fun. And you know, look at the physics. See how my antenna bounces around? This has like so much detail. I really, really like this. And you know, speaking of liking it, I wonder if... no, you can't leave the box. Okay. See, I was gonna go and drive off to the next parcel, but we can't. Oh, we got for Arcadia Solemn Slum City. Historical. Huh, this is 2006, 2007. There are slum cities around, including very famous Cataletta. So I'm kind of surprised this is just for I guess there was a city before then? Because there was a hobo build. Yeah, it's the one I'm thinking of. I guess that's when it was built. Because as far I like it. This is one of those ones that predates me. Probably predates who knows how many people in the grid. There's a freebie center. There's some city, but they actually do make good stuff. Some of the stuff's good, even by today's standards, quite frankly. And to my knowledge, it still stands right there, next to Nemoja and Caletta, on the main line where most of the lines connect, before all the branches are built. But this one's cool because it's in a square, and you even got the town square right here. If you're building a mainland, my gosh, does this noise bring back memories. I haven't heard one of these in a while. It's a really cool historical building. If you haven't been there, I really suggest you go Caletta. There's a lot of parcels that's been built recently, and they switch and whatnot as airports and train stations and what have you, but there's a street that was in that picture in the beginning. So there's a street in Caletta, I think it's still there, where a spur is that you can walk down, and this is 2008 Second Life. I mean, not all Second Life, of course, is built in slums, but pre-mesh, pre-sculpty for prims, this is how it looked if you wanted to have a city, essentially, before everything became new. Here it is. There were lots of pretty places, lots of sci-fi too, but this takes you back. Figure out what direction to go to. I mean, I had someone ran my town, they had this supermarket in Dilly because it's a freebie. And you know, you get a lot of free stuff too. You go in the parcel right here. Like I said, some of it's, some of it's not really that bad. Of course, some is dated, but not all of it is. And she always made her stuff free. There's a really good theme park or amusement park from Arcadia Asylum that was good. Here we have a parcel in Beguile dedicated to 20 years of Alva's Word experiences. And I guess it's basically what it has been. 20 years of Alva's Word experiences. I mean, it's immersive. It's out there. The ground lights up as you walk. Got this beautiful lush pyramid. Yoga areas, places to sit, live music stage, DJs, of course your free gift, other things it is. This one I will say, get a photo memory book. This one I will say, at first if it just passed through like this, I guess you're really not gonna get it, but the point is I'm not going to speak for creators, of course, but what I see and how I feel is that this is a nice little encompassing pyramid of various things and experiences that happen in Second Life that only happens in the metaverse in Second Life. Just for immersion, for atmosphere, for dynamics, for textures, for feel, for giant plants and flowers. I love the giant flower gardens in general. See, we're going to go back on the sidewalk. See, they're going to glow. See if I can zoom out of it. See, as I walk, it glows. See? It's a nice tribute to Second Life. And over here we have the Warp 9 Pilot Academy. It's kind of hard to talk about Second Life and forget about the science fiction. It's interesting, it took me 5 episodes to get to the science fiction, because there was always a thriving, Star Trek, Doctor Who, you name it, Star Wars even, a fan community on SL. Places come and go. The whole event's dedicated to sci-fi. It's a really great sci-fi event that happens every year. The name escapes me.
Prepare to take command of a starship and fly the galaxy. If you are seeing this video, you have already taken the first step. Now click the Step 2 board and start your flight experience. Right. Our current speed and reference object is shown in the lower right. Currently our speed is relative to
This is
zero.
new.
Select a speed on the warp scale. Then press warp to engage. Times faster than the lower one. Now let's fly somewhere. We select Earth from the navigation HUD, then press Set Course. Our current destination is shown on the right side of the HUD below the current system name. Below that is the distance.
This is interesting. This is someone that does terrain models. Eric Mondren. You can see instead of just the usual flat parcels, you can get a feel for the lay of the land. We have the Virtual Words Education Consortium. Quickly, it's about educators, all educators, higher, K-12, lifelong learners, etc. It's a group of people formed recently to have meetings. We have dates here, so this is actually current. They got the list, that map here, where to go. For people to collaborate, the best way to teach and learn in virtual environments. A lot has been said over the years on learning in virtual environments. You know, I think in episode 1, I believe we might have had a historical sim. You know, in Second Life, you can build anything. I can go to Kowloon, I can go to Alamo, you name it. So what's the best way to learn? How do you see it? It should be, oh, that's cool, it's an iPad. So, very realistic. So how do you, so, you know, what can you do to learn? Can we put on plays? Can we do this and that? I'm not going to put words in the group's mouth, but see, a realistic laptop up there, too. You see? And you got the laptop, you got the flowers coming out, some stack of books, you have iPads in Unord. You know, how do you mesh that? Seems to be a question that people have been struggling with. In early days of Second Life, there were a lot of educational sims, but when I visit them, you know, they're pre-meshed, they were never updated. There's a difference between, I think that there's a difference between people building something out of passion and people doing something out of, I guess, a job or a homework assignment. So that might have been one of the problems, I believe, if I was going to give my input. But otherwise, you know, other problem could be is looking at this in a 24-inch screen versus, say, a 42-inch computer monitor or a new Samsung Odyssey 60-inch. It looks completely different walking around here than the other one. And since I'm already in here while I was talking in the last one, we're in Connor Corn Living by Denise Unicorn. Connor Corn, Unicorn. Let's go see what this is about. Looks like a solar roof. You got your free stuff. Oh wow, it's got the wind generator. That's a different sort of wind generator. I can see what, even without clicking on the info, you can see what's going on here. See a unicorn trying to build a better future with her scale model buildings, windmills, and solar panels. Enjoy her free stuff packet while also enjoying remix of her past birthday builds. So they've been here doing birthday builds for a while. We got past ones, we got free stuff, we got all the eco things, of course. You're a unicorn, I'm a centaur. Don't need to say anything else. We got the Lost Gallery. Oh, it's a nice garden. It's like a, not a Dyson sphere, what am I saying? It's a greenhouse. Another greenhouse, I mean another art exhibit with a greenhouse. Works are nature inspired. We've got the artist, Jack Star. Gift by Jack Star. And you know, I kind of like this. This one has a little bit more detail because besides the lighting and you're in a greenhouse of plants, you got the pigeons, phone booth, peacock, etc. There's a couple artists here, in fact. Harlow Jameson. Since I mentioned two, I'll have to mention forever two. This one's a gift box. This is us gift. Mercedes Avon. The cat tracks the visitors, so the cats are always watching. Maggie Star's gifts. She does nice flowers. There's actually butterflies in for flower painting, which is nice. We have one more art exhibit, at least one more. 50 Shades of Color celebrating diversity in Second Life. But what's interesting about this is the 3D aspect of it. If you see in the corner, we have our picture frame, and then stemming from the mat of the painting is our exhibit with an easel, and you name it. And what's even more interesting, I notice, is as I hover over each object, it says SL20B for 2023. So I don't think the spec's not going to give me the date, right? Yeah, there we go. Actually is an SL12 item from their inventory that they made. Let's see, where 2012 is about 8. Yeah, 3%. Yeah, about right. 2015. So this is, I don't know if it's resized or not, but these are objects from the 2015 SL12B coming out of a painting. Parts of it is new, parts of it is recycled. It's a pretty, it's nice that, it's nice in how it did, and we just walk right under. See, that's cool, isn't it? We have a Second Life Vintage Radio group. Happy birthday to Second Life. There we go. I was gonna say the piano doesn't play. See, here's the old-time radio. There's actually a vintage radio group in Second Life. And the ironic thing is, I love vintage radio so much, and yeah, I never do a group. So I'm saying that because there's so many interests in Second Life, and there's probably something you're interested in that you've never joined in SL. And if you asked why have it, you have no answer for. So this is just a demonstration of that. This parcel looks to be connected to a sim. It's called the Four Seasons of Tarot, and you get a landmark. Oh my goodness. I was expecting to have a bunch of horses trying over to me. Oh man, I better move. And, well, let's just say it's more interested in what I bargained for when I started recording. I mean, check out their immersion of this. So again, you learn about community, sims, art, or things that you didn't know about. You know, sometimes you don't even think of searching for certain things, and things you don't know, you don't know. Things you do know, you know. And we have to wait to exit. Store Words by Little Paul's Art Gallery. And this is very beautiful wind light settings to really make the grass pop and the shadows pop and the mushrooms pop. And then you got the holographic butterflies and the leaves and the trees. It's pretty and it's silent. It's and you get a landmark to the gallery. And like every year, we have a Bay City parcel, Our Fabulous Future. A couple years ago, they had a much bigger parcel. I think I remember like a monorail situation. And the Bay City parcel is always very original. Tells you about a city. It's the only city that I know of that's mainland that has a decent street infrastructure. It was built many, many years ago. It's got a loyal following. Oh yeah, and you get double land impact, double prim capacity. They have twice as much as I have. A little bit more. Get better build out. Get a little bit more value. We have a map of Bay City. It does connect to a mainland. You go over a bridge, past the asylum. I forget which island has the asylum. One of these two. There's a trolley that goes down a main street. You have a side streets and balloons. The only thing about Bay City is, if I want to be candid, is that you can see that it was built where it should have been expanded. So when you get down to this area right here, the road's dead end, and it could have went on and on and on, and they stopped. Maybe because private parcels have taken over the demand. I don't know. Um, because it's user generated for Word. Bay City was an experiment actually making a city infrastructure and having people buy for parcels. But, at the same time, they built a Bellis Arena, or however you pronounce it. I don't really get to go there that much. That goes on forever and ever for free premium homes. And I kind of wish they would have expanded Bay City as well. Um, I guess it's to the detriment of us who build cities on the mainland. There's at least three of them by me now, including myself by. And like your average museum you get for film. So that's really cool.
So, did you guys know that there's a mainland community that isn't Belissaria that's been working off of a basic covenant since 2008 on the mainland grid? Welcome to Bay City, a themed series of connected sims on the mainland designed by the Linden Department of Public Works as an Art Deco urban American experience. Guys, this is the old school Belissaria, the way mainland could.
And fun fact, speaking of it being the Art Deco American experience, the airport in Bay City, which you can fly to from anywhere now if the mainland is all completely connected, and assuming you don't crash have another issue, you can fly from Blake Sea or you can fly from Atoll. Blake Sea is connected to the western edge of Sancerre. So you can fly into Bay City, and the airport terminal there is actually modeled and inspired by the real Art Deco original 1930s airport of Houston, Texas. And that's where they got it from. Here we have a parcel named Crosswords of New Orleans, 1896 into the future of 2096. Where, if you saw headlines recently, they claim that New Orleans is sinking. It's underwater anyway. It's got the levee system, as most have probably heard. So here we have New Orleans underwater, and it's in the swamp and it's reclaimed. Or bayou, swamp, you name it. And considering it's Louisiana, watch out for gators. I see one there. Coming to you from the bayous of New Orleans in the year 2096. We hope you enjoyed episode 6. And we hope we're here to do episode 7 for you tomorrow. This has been a pretty cool experience so far to catalog. Looking at some of these historical parcels, I kind of wish I had this in SL18, SL15, SL8, SL12. This would be good. It'd be great if we could do this every year in the future now. I would love to be able to come back 10 years. I'll get 10 years of these, and I hope you do too. Signing out.